Hey everybody, today, the day that I'm recording this, is Freddie Mercury's birthday, so I guess I should tell my Freddie Mercury story. Okay, let's see. In the 90s, my friend Bobby Skinetti and I were such good friends, they used to call us Lucy and Ethel because we were forever getting in trouble. Bobby lived near me in Brooklyn, and we used to jump in my car or his car to save gas, and we'd go into Manhattan. And we'd hang out at a couple of bars, and one of the bars we frequented was the Eagle and the Spike. The Spike was on the corner of 20th Street and the West Side Highway, and the Eagle was one block up. And the good thing about that is they had a lot of cross traffic. If you were in one bar and it wasn't happening, you'd go to the other bar and check out what's going on. Maybe somebody was hotter in this bar, or the hotties were over there. You know, it's that kind of a back and forth, the bar crawl kind of thing. So one day we went to the Spike, and I remember the Spike was right next to, there was a women's prison right across the street. And of course this was all gay guys, and the women would scream, "Hey baby, I'm coming out in 3 weeks, I'll marry you, and you know, I'll turn you out," and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, deaf ears, because the guys were gay. Anyway, so I remember hanging out in the bar, and it was just a typical, I don't remember if it was a weeknight or a weekend, but it was kind of busy. Actually, it was pretty busy, probably a weekend. And we're hanging around, nothing's going on. I said, Bobby, I'm gonna walk over to the Eagle and see what's going on. So I left the Spike, I went over to the Eagle. Bobby was there with, at the Spike with two of his other friends, so I wasn't leaving him alone, and I was kind of bored. And I go over to the Eagle, and they had a really good little sound system and a live DJ, and I was sitting there listening to music, all that kind of stuff. Now my record was out, but one thing about me is I didn't walk around with my chest out saying, "Hey, I'm Man Parrish, you know, I'm famous and you should kiss my ring." It wasn't like that kind of thing. I was just pretty low-key, average, normal dude kind of situation. So I walk into the Spike, and I'm standing there, and it was crowded, and I kind of, you know, when somebody stares at you, you kind of feel that, and I look over, and there's a guy staring at me, and he's kind of a little weird looking, and he's got buck teeth. Well, it's Freddie Mercury. Well, I didn't know, because I wasn't a big Queen fan. I mean, my sister was really into Queen. I didn't know that, stupid me, I didn't know Freddie Mercury had buck teeth. So he's staring at me, and I'm like, you know, whatever, I'm not here to get laid, you know, see you later. I'm just chilling out, listening to some music and eye candy and, you know, that kind of stuff. Besides, it's not happening. And then he's kind of getting a little closer. And it's like one of those things where you see the cartoons where you look, and then you look away, and then you look again, and you look away, and you look again, you know, it's getting closer and closer. And I went, you know what? "Excuse me, sir, excuse me." And I kind of moved to another place, and it's this whole dance going around. He's getting closer and closer, and, you know, I'm out of places to go, and I kind of thought, let me go into the corner over here and just stand here, because, you know, my back's against the wall, and I could see what's going. It gets closer and closer, and then I thought, oh, good. Kind of lost him in the crowd, and I turn around, and he's right here. And he says, "Hey, hi, hello." And then I said, "Hello." He goes, "What's your name?" And I said, "Tony." I don't want to give him my real name. And he goes, "I'm Freddie." Now, I'm thinking, okay, you kind of look like Freddie Mercury, but you're probably some weird Freddie Mercury imposter that gets jobs as a celebrity look-alike, right? He's been known to frequent the gay bars in New York. And I'm looking at his teeth, and it's awful, but I'm thinking, nah, we're not doing the hookup, and you're not scraping my teeth. I mean, you're scraping my thing with your teeth. That's not gonna work. So he's trying to really hard, you know, where do you live? And I went, Brooklyn, and then, you know, trying to be polite, look the other way, come here often, kind of, you know, yeah, blah, blah, blah. And then finally I just said, look, my friend's over in the other bar, I gotta go. So he says, let me give you my number. And I said, okay, you know, it's that thing where you get the phone number and then you never call. So I'm standing there, and he goes off to the bar. They used to have these little business cards. I met you at the Eagle with a name and a telephone number so you could fill it out and hand it to somebody before the days of texting and all that kind of stuff. And he goes to the bar to write down my number, and I noticed like everybody is staring at me, and I thought, well, what? You know what I mean? Some dude's trying to pick me up, and I'm not interested. I'm not being a bitch, but I'm not interested. So he comes back, and he hands me the thing and holds my hand for a second, and, you know, please give me a call. And I was like, oh, yeah, sure, I gotta run. Do you have a number? And actually, no, I don't. I'm living with friends. I don't have a telephone. We didn't have cell phones in those days. No, I don't. I walk out of the Eagle, and I go from 21st Street to 20th Street, and I take the piece of paper and I throw it under the car. And I go into the Spike, and Bobby's there with his friends, and they're talking, and and I said, hey, Bobby, what's up? He goes, oh, did you hear? I go, what's what? Freddie Mercury's over at the Eagle. And I went, what? And he goes, oh, yeah, and this guy's being a real bitch. She's being a real queen to him and giving him a hard time, and everybody's talking about it. I went, are you serious? He goes, no. I said, oh, my God, that was Freddie Mercury. He goes, what do you mean? I said, this guy tried to pick me up, but I had buck teeth. He goes, well, Freddie Mercury has buck teeth. I said, well, I didn't know that. I'm not a Queen fan. I don't know. I've seen pictures, but, you know, in person in a dark bar. He says, what happened? I said, well, I kind of brushed him off, and he gave me his phone number. He goes, you got his phone number? I said, no, I actually took it, and I crumpled it up, and I threw it under a car. Well, my friend Bobby and his friend flew out of the Spike. And I'm like, where did they go? And I look out the door, and they're on their hands and knees looking under cars for Freddie Mercury's telephone number. They never found it, but somebody may have had Freddie Mercury's telephone number. So that was my little brush there with Freddie Mercury. No, I didn't sleep with him, but it was Freddie Mercury's birthday, and tried to pick me up, and there's my little Freddie Mercury story. I hope you're enjoying these. Please subscribe, like it, hit the little thumbs up if you like it. Lets me know that I'm doing the right thing, right? And if you can subscribe, it helps the channel. And if you like it, I know to do some more. Comments, I read through them. You can also get through me on my Facebook page, Man Parish Artist, manparish.com, iTunes, and 30 digital outlets. If you like my music, you can get everything there. I have 120 tracks. Thank you so much. Thank you. More to come. This is the beginning of season 3, episode 1. I just want to let you guys know everything isn't going to be as cheerful as this. I have a very heavy story about child molestation from a doctor at a hospital in New York, and I've got to tell it. So there's going to be some heavy stories, but I'm going to put a warning on the beginning of them. So if that sort of stuff upsets you, I'm just going to tell it like it is. I'm very upset, and I'm having a hard time dealing with it. But if that upsets you, you'll have a warning. Anyway, enough. Thank you so much. Thank you.